getting used to. I am at a restaurant and I'm one of the only people to have a mask. Oh, by the way, this is at Teibel's restaurant in Cherville. And the first turn off is to come in here and I am the only one with a darn mask on. Ridiculous. Then I look around and I see somebody coming from the back that works here. Her mask is halfway down, but at least she's trying to have one on. I am so not feeling this restaurant at all. Okay, it appears that common sense is getting less and less common around here. I just placed an order for 3 different people, and I told them that on the phone. I want their 3 separate orders. And I asked them to repeat each order, make sure they were separate, etc. So now I get to the store, the restaurant, to pay for the orders, and they bring it up all together. And I'm like, well, they're separate orders. Well, we need to know that they're in advance, that you're paying for them separate, but they're separate orders. Okay, so I let that pass. So now let's ring this up separately. I ring up one, and then they tell me I have to use a separate form of payment, a credit card or another credit card or cash for the other 2. What? Huh? No, I want to use my same credit card to pay for 3 orders. Oh, well, we can't do that. Well, guess what? You should have told me that when I placed the order, not when I'm at the restaurant. Okay, I don't have 3 different forms of payment to pay for 3 different orders that I told you on the phone there was going to be 3 separate orders. Common sense is not very common any longer. This is ridiculous. I'm in there. Oh, and then, by the way, it's only a manager that can override it or cancel the card transaction now. Because I was like, okay, let's just go back, just ring it all together, which is what they originally did. Ring all 3 orders, put it on one order. Let's ring it all together. Now they can't do it without a manager. The manager's on the other side of the restaurant. I've been waiting 15 minutes already for a call-in order. This is ridiculous. Like I say, common sense is not so common anymore. I should have just walked out and not paid. But we're getting this for my dad. A special moment for my dad. Otherwise, I would have just walked out of there. Y'all can keep y'all food and y'all can keep y'all crazy rules. It's just been such a stressful situation. I went back in there with my money, and now they're like, oh, they voided it out. And I'm like, what? I just told the girl that was at the register to let you know I was going to get my money, to stop you from voiding the transaction, because there was one that was paid. I was going to pay for the other 2 by the cash that was in my car. So I get back in there, and now she's like all confused, like, oh, I just voided it. And you just voided it? Oh, I can't put it all on the card. I can't try and put it back on the card because we've already tried and da-da-da-da. Okay, so now you want me to come up with more money, more cash? No, ma'am, no. And and then they give me this this excuse that, oh, here is your original the original receipt, but it's voided. Where's the voided receipt? Usually when you void something, you give the customer the voided receipt and they can staple it to something. Where's the voided receipt? Oh, well, it'll void and check your statement in a couple of days. No, ma'am, I don't go by principle and your word, especially because your word's been nothing thus far. Oh, well, you just call the manager, Mr. Teibel's, and he'll, if there's a problem. I said, well, I'm here now, and I can't get the manager, Mr. Teibel's, to come out and help me right now. So what makes you think he's going to help me in a couple of days once my stuff has not gone through? So I was like, no, somebody needs to sign this at least. The lady refuses to sign it. It's not from me. Yeah, it is from you. You just gave it to me. It's from you. So she don't want to take no ownership. Then she goes back. And finally, this man comes and says that it's from him. Well, guess what, dude? It's been 20 minutes now. My food is cold. And I told him that. My food is cold now. All the food I'm delivering. Well, I'm sorry that for the mix-up. Did you think he gave me a percentage off or anything? Sorry would mean you're going to discount my food. because it's been ridiculous. Well, I'm sorry that it was such a hassle. Okay, well, you're not really sorry. So Teibel's has gone down. I guess maybe a new generation's taking over. I don't know what the problem is. But I'm like, anywhere else, I could run my car multiple times for different things. And it's not a problem. As long as it goes through and I have the money, that I'm not exceeding my charge limit, which I'm not with some darn food. Because that was ridiculous. And if it wasn't for a special occasion that I was getting this food for, I would have left everything on the table. I just thought about something. If I'm ordering 3 different things and it's on one receipt, then that's just one order, 3 different things. 3 separate orders mean you total 1 order, total 2 order, total 3 orders. Or this is for person 1, this is for person 2, this is for person 3. What was the point of me saying all that and you all registering that, but then put it all on the same receipt? That makes absolutely no common sense. None. That was a 35-minute ordeal trying to get food that I pre-ordered for pickup. 3 separate orders. Ridiculous. Mr. Teibel. Look at the skimpy vegetables that they gave me. It's supposed to be fried cauliflower and zucchini. There aren't many in there, and they charged me. I bought 2. They charged me $15.90 plus tax. That's $8 plus for this. Can you believe that? Okay, let's look at the rest of the food. The lake perch, like my father likes, this was $28.95. It included the rice pilaf. He received a small order of coleslaw and what is shown. We knew that was a little overpriced, but my father likes that and it was his day, and that is the purpose for us going. Moving along. This chicken dinner was $11.95 plus tax. It includes 2 sides. And she wanted the beets and the rice pilaf for her sides. I, on the other hand, just wanted some vegetables. I wanted the cauliflower medley, and I bought a quart of coleslaw. And the coleslaw is $6.50 plus tax. And I'll show you what's left of the coleslaw, because that was like the highlight of the dinner was the coleslaw. They usually have pretty good coleslaw, even though this particular coleslaw, it's a vinaigrette, but it had way too much vinaigrette in it. So I really had to mix it up and just kind of like consume lightly, because whoever made it was very, very heavy-handed on this coleslaw. That was Teibel's restaurant in Cherville, Indiana. Okay. I doubt that I will ever be back to Teibel's. They got to get themselves together. Okay, because my family enjoyed their food, I didn't enjoy mine. But because they enjoyed their food, I'm going to give it a Sharon's rating of number 1 out of 5. Because for me, it's not even a 1 right now. And this is because this customer service was horrendous. That me waiting for an order that was sitting at the counter that I ordered in advance to avoid that was ridiculous. And then the food that I received was very mediocre. The vegetables, there was not much in there. They were greasy. They were fried, of course, but they were greasy. And I couldn't even really enjoy them because there was really not much to enjoy. And then the coleslaw was over seasoned. It was way too much vinaigrette in the coleslaw. So my meal was not good.